Imagine a villain who doesn't just threaten the world, he rewrites time itself to make sure you never existed. Now imagine another who looks at gods, kings, and superheroes and goes, "Cute, but I could do it better." That's Kang the Conqueror and Doctor Doom, two of the smartest, most dangerous men in the Marvel Universe. And the real question isn't who wins in a fight, it's who's the bigger nightmare for the Avengers. Kang first, because this guy treats time like it's his personal playground. Born in the 31st century, raised on tech that would make Tony Stark cry, and armed with the kind of arrogance that could fill a black hole. Kang doesn't just visit different eras, he owns them. One day he's ruling ancient Egypt as a god, the next he's waging intergalactic wars 1,000 years from now. He's basically a historian who decided the best way to study history was to conquer it. And here's where it gets terrifying. Kang isn't just one guy. Every version of him across time is technically him too. There's a whole council of Kangs out there, an army of geniuses, all sharing the same goal of universal domination. You think you've defeated him? Nope. You just beat one version. Another Kang, smarter, angrier, and maybe even more ruthless, is already waiting in another century to erase your victory. He's the villain equivalent of your worst déjà vu. What makes Kang such a threat is that he's not bound by consequence. He can lose today and still win tomorrow by rewriting yesterday. Imagine trying to fight someone who already knows every outcome because he's lived them all. That's what makes the Avengers lose sleep. You can punch Ultron, you can outthink Loki, but how do you outfight someone who's already seen your win and planned around it? But let's be honest, Kang's biggest strength might also be his weakness. He's spread too thin. The guy's so obsessed with time that he never really lives in it. His wars are massive. His technology is unmatched. But his motivation? It's detached. He doesn't want revenge. He doesn't want power for its own sake. He wants control over the idea of power, which makes him a bit like a cosmic bureaucrat with a god complex. Scary, sure. Personal, not so much. Now Doom. Oh, Doom's a whole different monster. Dr. Victor Von Doom doesn't mess around with timelines or variants. He doesn't need to. He's already the main character in every room he walks into. The man's a king, a scientist, a sorcerer, and a narcissist, so polished he'd probably monologue during his own funeral. Doom's origin is tragic, and that's what makes him dangerous. He started as a brilliant mind trying to save his mother's soul from hell. Somewhere along the way, genius turned into obsession. He got scarred, both literally and emotionally, and that mask? It's not just armor. It's a reminder that perfection costs everything, and Doom will never stop paying for it. Unlike Kang, Doom's not fighting across time. He's fighting for control right here, right now. He rules his own country, Latveria, with an iron fist, literally, and his people both fear and worship him. And while Kang has infinite resources, Doom is the resource. He's the kind of guy who will study magic until dawn, build a weapon by breakfast, overthrow a god before lunch, and still find time to insult Reed Richards before dinner. The thing about Doom is that his threat feels real. When Kang attacks, you brace for chaos. When Doom attacks, you brace for loss. Because Doom doesn't just want to win, he wants you to admit he's right. He doesn't destroy the world for fun. He reshapes it in his own image. He looks at the Avengers and sees inefficient idealists. He looks at humanity and sees wasted potential. And in his mind, he's not the villain. He's the savior who's finally had enough of everyone else's mistakes. What's even scarier? He's not wrong half the time. Doom's plans, as horrifying as they sound, usually work. He's built utopias that function. He's brought peace through dictatorship. He's even saved the world, on his own terms. That's why fighting Doom isn't just about beating him physically. It's about resisting his logic. Because deep down you know, if the world was under Doom's control, it might actually work. You just wouldn't want to live in it. And let's not forget, Doom has mastered both science and sorcery. Kang's got future gadgets. Doom has literal magic. The man once stole a cosmic entity's power and casually rebuilt the universe. He's like Tony Stark, and Doctor Strange had a baby raised by a dictator. He's the perfect storm. Intellect, willpower, and absolute conviction rolled into one armored nightmare. Now, comparing these two isn't as simple as who would win in a fight. Kang might have more raw reach, but Doom has something rarer: focus. Kang wants control of everything, but Doom wants control of himself. And that difference makes Doom infinitely more dangerous. Kang wages wars for domination. Doom wages wars for destiny. If you think about it, Kang is chaos. Doom is order. Kang's battles are explosions in time, loud, messy, unstoppable. Doom's battles are surgical. He doesn't waste motion. He's not conquering for ego. He's conquering because he genuinely believes the world will fall apart without him in charge. And that conviction? It's ironclad. You can't kill that with lasers or shields. The Avengers know this. When Kang shows up, they prepare for a war. When Doom shows up, they question their entire moral compass. They start asking themselves, are we really the good guys? Because Doom makes them doubt. He looks them dead in the eye and says, "You're saving the world from me? I'm saving it from you." And that's the genius of Dr. Doom. He's not the storm. He's the silence before it. You don't see him coming until he's already rewritten the laws of physics and crowned himself emperor of everything. So yeah, Kang is the loud, temporal apocalypse. Doom is the quiet inevitability. Kang might rewrite history. Doom writes the ending. But hold that thought, because the real question isn't what they can do. It's what they do to the Avengers. Because one breaks their bodies, and the other breaks their faith. See, when Kang rolls in, the Avengers brace for disaster. They gear up, plan their timeline countermeasures, and get ready to throw punches through paradoxes. It's chaos, sure, but it's the kind of chaos they understand. They've fought aliens, robots, gods. Time guy with an ego problem fits right into their job description. They can punch that. They can blast that. It's messy, but it's physical. Doom, though. Doom hits differently. When he enters the picture, everything slows down. You can feel it. The air changes. The tension thickens. He doesn't need an army marching through portals. He just walks in, cloak flowing, mask gleaming, and suddenly everyone in the room forgets how to breathe. He's not loud. He's surgical. He doesn't just fight heroes. He dismantles them. One flaw, one belief, one decision at a time. Tony Stark thinks he's the smartest man alive until Doom proves otherwise. Thor thinks he's a god until Doom shows him what power really looks like. Even someone like Captain America, with his unshakable morality, starts second-guessing himself when Doom explains his plan in that cold, perfect logic. Because Doom doesn't just beat you, he makes you agree with him, right before he crushes you. And the worst part? He's almost always 2 steps ahead. Doom doesn't need to travel through time like Kang, because he's already predicted it. Every move the Avengers make, Doom has a counter. Every victory they think they've earned, Doom already accounted for it. Fighting Doom feels like trying to win a chess match against the board itself. Now, if you had to compare their style of destruction, Kang is like a storm tearing through everything at once. Doom is erosion, slow, steady, and unstoppable. Kang burns everything down in a blaze of power. Doom rebuilds the ashes into something even worse. Order under his rule. And that's what makes him truly terrifying. Kang's chaos ends. Doom's control never does. Here's another key difference. Motivation. Kang wants to conquer. Doom wants to improve. That sounds noble, right? That's what makes it so chilling. In his mind, he's not a villain. He's humanity's upgrade. While Kang screams for dominance, Doom whispers for submission. And somehow, that's more effective. He doesn't demand your obedience. He convinces you it's the right thing to do. You can't win against someone like that. Even when you stop Doom, you feel like you lost something in the process. Your certainty, your faith, your hope. He forces heroes to see the cracks in their own ideals. Kang's attacks shake buildings. Doom's attacks shake beliefs. Now let's talk legacy. Kang leaves scars on timelines. Doom leaves scars on people. After a battle with Kang, you patch up the damage, maybe send a few scientists to fix the timeline, and call it a day. After Doom, you question everything. You wonder if maybe, just maybe, the world would be better under his rule. That's not fear, that's doubt. And doubt spreads faster than any time-traveling army. Even the way they lose says a lot. When Kang falls, It's usually because of his arrogance. He underestimates someone, or a variant betrays him, or his own paradoxes eat him alive. When Doom falls, it's never clean. He lets you think you've won. Then 6 months later, some mysterious energy spike shows up. And guess what? He's back, stronger, smarter, and 10 steps ahead. Doom doesn't die. He waits. Now, if you threw both of them at the Avengers at once, Kang would hit first. Massive armies from across centuries, endless waves of tech, chaos raining from the skies, a storm of futuristic warfare that not even Thor's lightning could cut through fast enough. The Avengers would barely hold the line, scrambling to adapt to weapons that haven't even been invented yet. And right when they think it's over, when the smoke finally starts to clear, Doom would arrive. Calm, calculated, watching it all unfold like a chess match he's already won. He wouldn't rush in swinging. He'd step over the wreckage, survey the ruins, and simply take over. Because Kang conquers through force. Doom inherits through inevitability, and that's far more terrifying. And that's why Doom edges it out as the bigger threat. Not because he's more powerful, though he arguably is, but because he's more complete. He doesn't just dominate physically, he dominates philosophically. Kang breaks worlds, Doom remakes them. Kang's wars end, Doom's rule begins. The Avengers could probably outfight Kang with enough strategy and luck. But against Doom, they'd need to redefine what hero even means. You can't punch away an idea. You can't outsmart someone who's already outgrown morality itself. Doom represents something far scarier than destruction. He represents inevitability. And maybe that's the real difference. Kang is the kind of villain you prepare for. Doom is the one you pray you never have to face. Because if you do, you won't just lose the fight. You'll lose the version of yourself that believed you could win. So yeah, Kang might conquer time. Doom conquers everything else. And if you had to ask the Avengers which one truly haunts them, it's not the man with the time machine. It's the man who doesn't need one. Let me know what you think, and if this kind of breakdown hits the spot, hit like and subscribe, because the next one might just prove that sometimes the greatest villains aren't born, they're built.